Hey there, welcome back to Simply Explain, the channel where we break down tech concepts like we're chatting over coffee. Today we're talking about one of the coolest tools out there, Docker. If you've ever heard someone mention Docker and thought, what's the big deal? Or why does everyone seem to love it? Don't worry, I've got you. Stick around and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what Docker is and why it's a game changer. Let's get started. All right, first things first. What is Docker? Think of Docker as an open source platform that helps developers create, deploy, and run applications using these things called containers. Now, if you're thinking, wait, what exactly are containers? Don't worry, we covered this in detail in our previous episode. What are containers? Go check it out if you want a deeper understanding. But for now, here's a quick recap. Containers are like portable little boxes that hold everything an application needs to work: code, libraries, settings, and more. They're lightweight, super efficient, and make life so much easier for developers. Let me explain it with an example. You're gonna love this one. Imagine you're a chef and you're running a meal delivery service. You have two options. Option one, you send customers a bag of random ingredients and hope they figure it out. But let's be honest, that could go very wrong. What if they're missing spices or their kitchen setup is completely different? Disaster. Option two, you create a meal kit. Everything is pre-measured, pre-packed, and comes with clear instructions. This way, no matter where your customers are, they can cook the perfect meal just like you intended. Makes sense, right? Well, Docker is like the chef's tool for creating these meal kits, except for applications. It packages up everything your app needs to run into a container, so it works perfectly no matter where you cook it, on your laptop, a server, or even in the cloud. Now let's compare this to the old school way of deploying software, before Docker came along. Back then, developers had to manually set up servers, install the right libraries, match the OS versions. It was like trying to recreate a very complicated recipe without instructions. And if one thing was off, boom, it didn't work. Docker fixes this by standardizing the whole process. It uses something called a container image, which is like a template for your app and its environment. Then you can run this container image anywhere, and it'll work the same way. No more it works on my machine, but not yours. Sound familiar? Now here's why Docker is a game changer. Let's break it down. Portability. Containers can run anywhere, on your computer, your friends, or even in the cloud. It's like having your favorite app travel with you, hassle-free. Consistency. Docker ensures your app works the same way everywhere. No nasty surprises during testing or deployment. Speed. Containers are lightweight and fast. They don't need a full operating system, so they start up in seconds. Collaboration. Developers can share their containers through Docker Hub. Think of it like an app store for software environments. Integration. Docker plays nicely with tools like Kubernetes for scaling or CI/CD pipelines for automating testing and deployment. It's like your app gets VIP treatment. Oh, speaking of Docker Hub, let's talk about that for a second. Docker Hub is basically a public library for containers. Need a database like PostgreSQL or maybe Python? Just search for it on Docker Hub, click Pull, and voila. You've got everything you need in seconds. It's a lifesaver for developers who want to save time and avoid reinventing the wheel. So why is Docker such a big deal? Because it makes life easier. Whether you're a solo developer trying to streamline your projects or a business looking to improve team efficiency, Docker has something for everyone. It reduces errors, speeds up development, and simplifies workflows. Honestly, once you start using Docker, it's hard to imagine working without it. All right, that's Docker, simply explained. I hope this made it clear and easy to understand. And that's a wrap for today's video. Hit like, subscribe for more simple tech content, and drop your questions in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.